ITA for saying my dad didn't have to come to my wedding. For context, I, 24F, have always had a strained relationship with my dad's wife, E, 41F. My dad, 43M, started dating her in 2006. They got married in 2011, and they've had 2 kids together since. From the very beginning, E clearly didn't like me. I met her when I was 7 years old, and things were bad almost immediately. She was cold, sarcastic, and completely uninterested in building any kind of relationship with me. As I got older, her behavior didn't improve. If anything, it got worse once I started standing up for myself. As an adult, I can tolerate her now, but growing up was a different story. The real issue is my dad. He has always allowed her behavior. When I was a kid, he never stepped in, never defended me, and never shut down what I would honestly describe as borderline emotional abuse. Even now, whenever it's brought up, he either changes the subject or makes excuses for her. That has done serious damage to our relationship, and at this point, we're very low contact. I'm getting married this November to my fiancé, Jay, 25M. We've been together for 11 years. From the moment we got engaged in November 2023, E has been adamant that she'll be attending the wedding. She will not be. I made it clear early on that my dad was invited, but E was not, entirely because of her behavior, her attitude, and how she's treated both me and my partner. Important detail, Jay is transgender, FTM, and E has repeatedly dead-named him, made cruel comments, and been openly discriminatory. Because of that, he understandably doesn't want her there, and he's also extremely protective of me after witnessing how she's treated me for most of our relationship. Last week, my dad asked to meet up. During that conversation, he told me that if E wasn't allowed to attend the wedding, then he wouldn't come either. I honestly wasn't surprised, so I told him that was fine. He seemed shocked and asked me to explain. I told him that he was free not to attend, but if he chose that, I would be done. No more contact. I explained that I've spent nearly 20 years watching him choose E over me, and the fact that my wedding, his only daughter's wedding, was even up for negotiation was the breaking point. He sat there silently for a moment, then stood up and left. Since then, E has been sending me angry, explicit messages non-stop. My dad, however, hasn't said a word since that conversation. I've lived with E's treatment, and my dad's refusal to intervene, for almost 2 decades. My wedding feels like the moment to finally draw a line, move forward, and start a new chapter without this constant pain. I genuinely don't see a way to repair our relationship as long as he continues to choose her. So, AITA for telling my dad I don't care if he comes to my wedding?